Hello, Góðan daginn. My name is... Wait, how do you do this? Welcome to the Project Pal. My name is Gunnildur. I'm in Iceland. I live in Iceland, and this is my podcast, vlog, chatty type of thing, where I talk. I can speak. Mainly about yarn, about knitting, crocheting, fiber, related stuffs, things, and about weather, and it's called the Project Pal because I have projects and they are pals. And Happy New Year! Gleðilegt Nýtt Ár, takk fyrir gamla. Happy New Year, thank you for the old. It's 2023. Insane. So yeah. So this is the first podcast of the new year. I think with my little brain that isn't always quite operational, or at least not as operational as I would like it to be, but I'm pretty certain that in 2020 we managed to... Yeah, I think I managed to post every week, like almost every week. Like there was that one weekend, or 1 week when I was away, but I still did a month. No, that was before the internet update. Yeah, okay, almost perfect. It's gonna be a lot easier with the new internet. I'm sorry, my ankle is itchy a little bit. But yeah, so hopefully this year it will go a little better to upload. Like, this has been so much fun being able to like keep this up and be able to sit down. Like, I actually feel excited about sitting down and talking about yarn, knowing that there are people out there who are interested in like just chatting about yarn, about knitting, about crocheting, about what we're working on, and things that all the things that are related to that artistry, like talking about scissors, about knitting needles, about crochet hooks, about different yarns. It's fun. Actually, about the weather. So last night, it was the New Year, and in Iceland we are very proud about going a little bit overboard when it comes to setting things on fire legally. Mostly legally, actually. And yeah, one of my neighbors is obviously on his snowmobile. So if you can probably hear that. But there's a lot of snow, so yeah. And it's the first day of the new year, so I'm not going to be cursing him out this time. He gets a pass now. But yeah, so last night there were not as many fireworks. There were a lot of like these cakes. Those were obviously very popular this year, which is understandable. We had quite a bit of snowfall actually last night, particularly around midnight. And I was sitting in the kitchen dining room area of our apartment with my mother and brother, and we were just sitting there chatting, having a whatchamacallit, it was a fishy type of drink, prosecco. I think it's prosecco, yeah. And sitting listening to the traditional radio, because there's just one tradition that I really do. There are two traditions around the New Year that I really like. One is that watching all the neighbors and everyone in town just blow up all the fireworks and cakes and all of that. And the second is that the national radio station has a very particular tradition. There is the song Brennið þið vitar, which is always the last song of the old year. And Brenniðivitar, it is, it's basically a sailor song. It's about the lighthouses. It's a call to lighthouses to keep the light going. Because that's safety. And there's always the same recording of this very, very fantastic men's choir that sings it, and it's just the power of it. And having that as the last song to say goodbye to the passing year is just so good. And then there's the address by the head of the radio station, útvarpsstjóri. And the current one, he's actually fun to listen to because he isn't long-winded. He's not all over the place, and he's actually fun to listen to. So I happily sat where I was and just continued listening. And then they play the first song of the year, which is, and now I'm blanking out. But it's always the same two songs, and that one is sung by a women's choir. And it's sweet and it's really good, and I can't remember. Dang it! I was gonna sound so smart right now, being like, yes, I can remember everything. No. My brain is doing its best, so I am very pleased with the fact that I did manage to remember something. But yeah, I need that. And last night it was actually so nice to watch the all the popping and exploding lights, and oh, it was so pretty. All the lights, all the yeah, because it was snowing at the same time, and it wasn't like huge flakes, but it looked really pretty. Looking at the fireworks and the cakes, all those colors, all those just blended in with the white of the snow. It was kind of gorgeous. It was gorgeous. And I kind of regret not trying to at least film it, but I was enjoying having a time with my mother and brother, so this is secondary. Like, they come first, this is secondary. But yeah, and I did film yesterday something that I am planning to have edited and up probably on Wednesday, because I did get something from hubby. I gave it to myself as a New Year's present, and so that should be up on Wednesday. That's the plan. So I just need to, like I said, edit it and get it up today so that I don't forget it, because that would be on brand. Actually on brand. Look it. So there's actually been knit night. I went to last knit night of the year, past Thursday, and because I had the hat finished and I haven't finished the I have not finished the scarf. Really close to though. But because the knit needles, they are too long for me to put in this bag, and I really like bringing this bag because it's nice and sturdy and I can literally throw it around and it's just like you can handle it. So what I did is I brought half of this bag, so 4 of the skeins of the Ice Yarns Sail Metallic Gold Lyrics that I bought, I think last year. Sorry, probably in 2020, I think. Honestly, I've been having a little bit of shock when I realized just how old so much of my yarn is, and I'm like, I need I need to get to work. So basically what I did is I took 2 of these skeins. Look at that loveliness. I love the fuzzy, and it's so soft and nice. Yeah, took 2 of these skeins, rolled them together in a pretty ball, and then I got work on making something up. Got this much done. And what I got is the 5.5mm needles. I got the second size of the cable, which I think adds up to 80 centimeters. Got my knit probe because that's pretty much the only needles that I use. Can't remember what the goldy ones are called or where they come from. But yeah, so what I'm doing is a simple, what do you call it, garter stitch, like just knitting back and forth, brainless. I ended up with 116 stitches, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to make a cocoon cardigan. So I've done that once where I crochet. It's a little bit heavy though, so now I'm gonna make an attempt at making something, knitted. And essentially what you do is you make a huge rectangle and then you sew the sides and you have a cocoon cardigan. And it's really, I like them because obviously they're the single most simple cardigan that you can make. You don't need to think any more than you would like. Like, you don't need to. And yeah, I mean, I could maybe make tiniest like cuffs for the sleeves, but first off we're gonna see how this goes. For some reason these glasses just really love grabbing that piece of hair. I mean, they don't even have that much of a corner to grab on, but okay. Hair does hair. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to how this fabric turns out because you can definitely see it's not the thickest. That might actually change with washing, I don't know. Smarter person would have done a knit test and then a washing test, but I'm not the smartest person when it comes to this. I just dive straight ahead. Worst case scenario, this becomes a gift for someone smaller. We'll see. But yeah, I really am looking forward to seeing how this turns out. This is gonna be my to-go project for knit nights because it's really, really simple, and I mean, this is one of those things that I was going to be starting on in December, but you know me, my brain no function like that, and then all the other things, like I actually have in a basket yet another basket because I have a lot of baskets and I like using them because they are so easily portable. But what I do have, there you go, ready for Thursday. Oh, actually, speaking of my to-go bag, I need to remember to tell you before I start talking about the basket. Last weekend, I think that was then, excuse you, I was, so last weekend I told you about how I had to borrow a needle to weave in the ends. Still haven't woven in the last ends of the hat, but I had to borrow a needle from another person. Despite myself having so many needles, I'm like kind of embarrassed. So what I have done is not me losing things. No, tiny little thing, and I still managed to lose things. It's a talent, I tell you. But yeah, so from the Advent calendar this year, because there were duplicates, both in crochet and knitting calendars, I've already put 2 of these, the darning needles, which honestly I think are gonna be pretty useful in my to-go bag. And then I found, can't remember, it was a gift from last year, or if I bought it, but this is another really nice starting needle from Hobby, and that one gets to live in the little purse as well. So hopefully that means that I will have needles to weave in in, so I can actually lend something to other people instead of being like But because it's kind of easier to be the person who lends rather than asks. Like, kind of funny how that works mentally. There we go. But like I said, I have quite a few of these baskets, so that's where the well, these two and the other two that are exactly the same. So wow, that came out so brilliant, so brilliant. So these four and these four, and then these three, because I need to get working on that puffy blouse that is in one of my books. So really need to get working on that because I really want that done before spring. And then I really want to get to do the bandanas, two bandanas, the crochet and knitting version, and obviously also the mittens. I am really intrigued by the mittens. It's a little bit terrible. And yeah, so I think that's about it. I'm actually looking at what I got from Hobby but yeah, I'm running out of time. The things that need to be done on the first day of the new year. So as I said, I will hopefully see you again on Wednesday because video Hobby. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you again next weekend, and see you then. Okay, take care. Bless.